On the cover of this month's Chronogram is a piece called Teeth Boxes from my Wedgwood series, loosely based on the early photographic attempts of Thomas Wedgwood of the Wedgwood ceramic family. The Wedgwood series is about these early photographic attempts, yet the series contains no photographs. Instead, it uses the signature style and colors of the Wedgwood ceramic family and creates these ghost-like presences and these sort of remnants and traces of people. For this series, Greetings from Oil Country, it was sort of an accidental project. I had simply just found an interesting postcard of a burning oil tank with some fancy dressed people as spectators, and I was like, that's a very interesting image, and so I bought the postcard and it said it was in Olean, New York, and then sort of randomly came across another postcard of the same exact image, except this time it said it was in Bradford, Pennsylvania, and I was sort of intrigued by this, and so I continued to look for and find more of these postcards, and I was amazed that I found so many different varieties of the postcard. It's the same image each time, but all different printings, and I've found the same postcard for 15 different cities over 5 different states, and this one particular image became a sort of generic any city USA oil tank fire. Another recent series of mine is called El Fortiana, and it was inspired by the sort of puzzling anagrammatical nomenclature of a British naturalist named William Alfred Leach. In 1818, he published an article about the sort of new grouping of parasitic isopods, and he named all of them, which were 9, after anagram of the word Caroline or Carolina, except no one knows who this mysterious Caroline is. So instead of saying it's a Caroline, a possible mistress, it's the idea of like, well, maybe he was referencing Caroli Linnaeus or a different sea creature called a Renicola, these things that he had direct connections to that seemed like much more viable options for the actual anagram. Obviously, making drawings of parasitic isopods is not necessarily the most beautiful thing in the world, but the idea that they're these sort of little delicate drawings, it sort of, I think, adds to that, and that the fact that these ideas are just theories of mine, so the idea of making them as just sort of small sketch drawings as opposed to very like concrete examples sort of, I think, accentuates the sort of hypothetical nature of what I'm proposing. Overall, I feel that I'll continue to be able to find different things to explore and different ways to incorporate the past into the present, and I think it's a great way to enhance the production of knowledge for both